Like, if you like it, good. The timpani, when the timpanis, when these heads came out, when Remo came out, first thing they did, of course, were timpani heads. Now, there are not anybody has touching with instruments as a timpani player in the symphony band, because it has to be tuned perfect all the time. I don't understand that. Sometimes the timpanist is the first guy that the best A in the orchestra comes from the timpani. They're incredible timpanists all over the world. And they're very meticulous about, when they go like that, you know, they gotta hear the pitch. Well, look what they're playing now. Remo plastic heads. They're kettle drums, big drums, those big ones like that. They're 26-inch, 30-inch, 26, 28. So if those guys have made the change, I think you're going to find in the world maybe 3 or 4 timpani players that sometimes will use a calf head because of some symphony they have to play that calls for a specific calf head sound, and that kind of music, you know. So they change. So sooner or later, the conga players, I think it's easier, you know. Just try them. If you don't like them, bongos too. I've used a lot of heads in my bongos like that. Plastic heads. The good thing about the plastic heads is that you could play them with sticks. So if you're playing, you know, you're playing a show, usually you're playing timpani or bells, then you gotta go. You're playing with this on a bongo like that, you'll crack it. It'll crack right away. That won't last 2 shows. So it's better the plastic heads. Okay. You want me to play anything else? We in time? Yeah? Well, I think I've played enough. If you want anything else.
Let me ask you for rhythm on Danzon. What kind of rhythm can you play with that?
Danzon is a very old traditional Cuban style of music. It is played with violins and cello, open hole flute, and it's a very traditional. I don't know how much, but being in here in Houston, I know there's a big Mexican. Are you from Mexico?
Yeah.
Okay. In Mexico, a Cuban timbalero by the name of Acerina moved there years ago, many years ago. I wasn't born yet, so that's years ago. So Acerina used to play in the traditional danzone on timpani. Again, we go to the timpani, the kettle drums. That's where they played it. And they were like this, drum like this. So the rhythm to the danzón, then that's where the timbales came from. The timpani, timbale was born. I mean, you couldn't carry those. But every time the circus was in town, they would have a danzonera on top of a truck going around the neighborhoods announcing that the circus was in town. So they would play on these kettle drums. They weren't pedal drums, they were regular, you know, like these. And they used to put them like this way. And it would sound, I don't know if you could get the idea if I just play more or less what they call the bacateo. Because the bacateo, everything is on the, you know, you don't play it here, you don't get to the cowbell later. So it's something that will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is basically the beat. So let's say the time is here. And it's like a bolero. used to play something like that. And from there came, you know, the cha-cha, the montuno thing. I think, you know, the danzon had parts, different parts. It's complicated, but that's the basic thing. And you used to play that. You play that on the timbales, and you also tune the timbales to the tonality of the piece that you're playing. So a lot has to do with the melody, because the timbale or timpanis, whatever you want to call them, follow the melodic line. That's why you can't, you know, I can't demonstrate to you exactly what it would be, but it's really beautiful, really beautiful. It's a very old, traditional Cuban style of very slow music, and the dance is beautiful. The dance is incredible, very, very, very slow. Actually, it's funny because the man invites the lady to dance, and it's very courteous. It's not very straight. The hand falls here. The man is very a gentleman in every way. So it's so slow that you see her moving around, and it's like a minuet. Actually, the danzon is taken from French music, European music, of the people that colonized Cuba many years ago. So at the half of the show, half of the dance, the music kind of stops, and you stop dancing, and that's when the man takes out his handkerchief and gets his sweat off his forehead, and the lady takes out her fan and kind of, you know, and you talk a little bit. And the music is going on. You talk a little bit, and after that, when they know when the music comes in again, you take her again, boom, you know, that's it. That's a routine, the routine of the danzon. So it's a real nice concept, you know. You sound like, come on here, babe, crash, bang, and kill it, you know. Oh, it's different. Yeah, we're getting into some hard times. I think I've been watching that show at night. What's the name of Bruce Springsteen, or no, not Bruce Springsteen. One of those talk shows that they have on late at night. You know, it's weird, man. Weird thing. Well, anyway, yeah.
My son likes to be here, you know, so I took the opportunity to give him a little starter sticks and a little rubber pad. What do you recommend that I?
A pad? A drum pad?
Yeah.
A drum pad.
He has one already.
To play, so he could play.
Right.
Well, I'll tell you what, you know, pads are great, you know, but you can play any way you want, except on your mother's pots. That makes a lot of noise. But one of the, if you ask Dennis Chambers, for instance, Dennis says, I practice on a pillow. I practiced on a mattress. Before I came here, I was in my hotel room, waiting for that guy to pick me up. And I was practicing on a mattress, on a chair, something that doesn't make noise. And a lot of times, you work your wrist more when it's something that doesn't, you know, doesn't bounce. So you practice on a chair, a pillow, a cushion. You know, that's pretty good.
What kind of sticks? Well, they gave me the little, I guess, beginners. Was it 5A or 5C be too heavy for them?
Oh yeah, the pads. I'm sure they have them back there. You know, little rubber pads, or whichever he likes. Let him pick it up.
What about the sticks?
I'll give him
Should
mine.
be too heavy? I mean, well, he has some, but I'm just saying, should they be?
Sticks, well, depends the teacher. A lot of teachers are in the, will give students a thicker stick, you know, one of those baseball bats. Some other teachers think that you should play with the sticks you're gonna play with. So it all depends. It all depends. You ask your teacher, you know. When I was growing up in New York City, I had those big bats, those 3S sticks, because I used to play on, you know, like military drums and things in orchestras, in bands around the city. So my teacher was 3S, a bat. I mean, you can really hit with that. Some other teachers will do the aluminum sticks that weigh like 3 ounces, you know, or a pound, and you're going, and you're developing your muscle, you know. That kind of thing. So you could do anything you want. I mean, you could do even push-ups, like Billy Collins. You know, Billy used to do like 200 push-ups a day. So it depends. But the best thing is to get yourself a good teacher or just play. You play already? You play. You want to play? Why? I thought you play.
I'm a person. He plays and he plays
That's
in church
good.
sometimes, you know, and so I have to watch the young one of the brothers that play the drums,
Uh-huh.
and lost my thought. Anyway, when he plays, he kind of sometimes he's kind of off. Is that good to just let him watch somebody play? Because I haven't got him a trainer yet, which I will do.
What about in school? Is there a school band?
Well, he was in the, during the summer, he was taking his